I can't tell if I'm really high or I'm just really nervous. I gotta pee really bad. Let's begin. Hello. My name's Trey Rawdon, and I've been going to camp for 12 years now. I'm going to try to avoid as many cliches as possible, so let me begin. Camp is my home away from home. Camp has absolutely changed my life, and don't ever miss a year of Camp Sweeney. Although these ideas seem to be repeated in each and every speech, they have never rang more true than when standing here giving this speech. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the early age of 2 and have been battling it ever since. My mom always told me stories about how scared she was when she found out I would have to take insulin shots at least 3 times a day for the rest of my life. She told my endocrinologist, Brian Dixon, that she was going to bring me up to Children's Hospital every time I needed a shot because she was so scared she may do something wrong. My own mom, who has taken care of me ever since, initially thought that type 1 diabetes was a death sentence. Obviously, we've gotten past that point, and when we learned about Camp Sweeney years later, we were quick to sign up. I tell you this because earlier this year, I was asked to be an ambassador for Camp Sweeney at Children's Hospital and talk to newly diagnosed juvenile type 1 diabetics and their parents. It was really, really strange to actually see what my mom had gone through. But in another light, it was one of the best experiences of my entire life. Right off the bat, I could sense the tension in the room, and I knew that these people hadn't gotten a lot of good news in the past couple of days. In a way, this was one of the best feelings ever. I knew that those parents and kids were in a tough spot, but I couldn't help but feel like I knew the solution for them. You see, diabetes is supposed to be a negative thing. Diabetes is supposed to haunt someone for the rest of their life. Camp Sweeney and all of these people around you take an absolutely horrific thing and they make it a complete blessing. It takes all the bad and it makes it completely good. It makes the needles okay. It makes that little bit of extra work and diligence completely worth it. So, when someone makes fun of you for being different or picks on you in general, don't retaliate, but look at that person and smile because they have no idea the opportunity and what beauty and different views you've been granted because of the diabetes and the friendships that you get to form here. To me, the friendships you make is the only part of camp that truly matters, but it can also be a little difficult to wrap your head around. Let me explain. And now, don't judge me for this, but up until a couple years ago, I never really realized or completely understood what seniors meant when they would say, camp changed my life. I mean, obviously having diabetes changes your life, but the summer camp that goes along with it changes you as well. I'm a more literal thinker, so I guess I thought of it more literally. I thought, what is life-changing about a camp that stays the same, that never changes, that is always here? Writing this speech, I asked myself how Camp Sweeney changed my life, and then I remembered in 2010 when it was my first time to come to third session. The night before, I was talking to Brittany Wilson about how I could fit in this uncharted territory. Now, if you know anything about me, you'll know I'm a very jealous person, and I had a very, very big crush on Brittany. That night, she told me about this great guy that was so fantastic and he was going to be in Morris with me. She went on and on and on about his superb qualities and how we were going to be great friends. To her, she thought I was so excited to meet this guy that I could not wait until he graced my presence that first day of third session. It was the complete opposite. I told myself that there was no way in a million years that I was going to befriend a guy that the girl of my dreams was crazy over. It wasn't happening. End of story. Done. Over. So, on that first day, I tried to go around and introduce myself to everyone. I then got to a face that I knew, Christian Carter, and he was talking to another guy. I introduced myself to this stranger, and he told me his name. He shook my hand and said, "What's up? I'm Cole Carrick." Immediately, without thinking, I said, So you're the guy Brittany was telling me about. Apparently you were going to become best friends. He kind of gave me a strange look and a half smile, and I thought, he's not even that good looking. I made my way around the cabin, and when I came back, Cole and Christian were talking about the Dallas Mavericks. I joined in on the conversation, and then Cole told me he was going to play Hood. I immediately started to change my mind about him, but only a little. As the session went on, Cole and I grew closer and closer, and by the end of the session, we were inseparable. We met up outside of camp and continued to develop our friendship. The next year in Hood, 2011, and this is very off subject, but I have to tell you this. Cole and I played on the same team, we were both guarded by counselors, and between the two of us, we put up 27 points in a 6-minute game. If you scored 25 points in an NBA 12-minute quarter, you're having a good game. Now, okay, that's off topic, I understand. And although that's off topic, it's memories like that that I will always have with me. So I say all that to say this. When seniors talk about camp changing them, it's not the camp activities that change them, it's the people they meet that affect the rest of their lives. It's not the 3 weeks of pickup basketball that have changed the route of my life, but rather the brotherhood that I've built with my absolute best friend Cole Carrick and the sacrifices we would make for each other with no thought on a moment's notice. So that's how camp changes you. Look around. Most likely the most genuine friend you could ever ask for is here in this room. I don't know who it is, and I don't know who it will be, but they're here, and you just have to look for them. With that being said, don't be like me and go into any conversation judging someone. Have an open mind with everyone. The people who are the most different from yourselves are the ones that you can learn the most from. And everyone here is your family. Show them love. If someone's alone, hang with them in the cabin. Be the reason why the people around you speak so highly of camp and keep coming back. Andrew Gray, Michael Quinlan, Carson Russell, Emma Carley, Anna Worrell, and all the big kids I looked up to are the reason why camp is so special. Do that for someone else, and you will leave completely satisfied and absolutely fulfilled. I can't really begin to explain the number of people who have affected my life here at camp, but there are a few thank yous that are completely necessary. One, I gotta start off with my Byrne Boyz. You guys, y'all are the cabin that, I couldn't have asked for a better group of kids. Y'all are all so awesome, and I can't wait for these next 2 weeks. And Byrne Baby Byrne, Miles Richardson, my little man, you are a handful. But don't think for a minute that you don't mean the world to me, and I'm going to make sure that you have the best experience at camp, and I want you to live this up, and I want you to get the opportunities that I got. I love you so much, man, and don't ever forget that. I want to thank Reed for being one of the best examples I could have asked for these past couple of years. I want to thank Alex Fair because way back in 2002 at a mini session, he really showed me what camp was and never gave up on me. To Huey, Brian, and Dietz, you guys are not only doing a great job on the Met staff, but have always been involved in some of my best camp memories, and I'm so grateful for that. In 2011, Emma Carley, Carson Russell, Anna Worrell, and Jenny Bashan made huge impacts on my life, and I am so pumped that they are back. So just thank you. Andrew Gray is one of the most sincere people I've ever met, and I'll never forget the impacts he's made on my life. Early on, Preston Walhood was always there, and I've never seen him in a bad mood. His dedication to the kids in this program is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I also cannot do this speech without talking a little bit about John Killough. We instantly became friends in 2010 and have been so close ever since. Our relationship makes both of us bring the best out of each other, and that's really all I could ask for. It's all anyone could ask for. This family that's always here, even in pain. Earlier this summer, I got a text about a very special brown boy. Mitchell Crosshole was a kid that could lighten any mood, no matter how big or small you were. I remember last year at second being so upset about something. I'm not sure what it was. It's not very important. But Mitchell, this 11-year-old brown kid, he came up and he comforted me and said, "Oh, press on." And that's just the kind of boy that he was. It's so hard not to be selfish because he was one of the kids that I could not wait to watch grow up. He wouldn't want me to mourn, but rather rejoice in the short time that I have left here at camp. Even in adversity as big as this, Mitchell showed us once again what Camp Sweeney is all about. We come together at our weakest times, only to come back 10 times as strong. I'm going to miss him so much, but I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to know him. So, with that being said, let's go out. Let's go all out the rest of this session. Let's sing at every snack attack, dance at every dance, purple it out on Thursdays. Not too many kids get the opportunity to be in a place like this, so why not live it up? You were blessed to have diabetes. This disease that everybody else in the entire world thinks is something negative is a complete blessing on all of you. Not all the kids that you go back home to at the end of the summer get to be here. This is so awesome. This is the greatest thing that could have happened to you. And I'm so happy for all of you. 2 weeks is all you have. Let's make it a good one. And in the wise words of Nick Waddell and Dr. Youssef, thank you.